Good evening, City Council, City Manager Campbell, City Clerk Royal, distinguished guests, and my fellow citizens. It's a privilege to share remarks again this evening and provide our community with a mid-year update. Let me begin by expressing my gratitude and thanks to Mr. Nick Donofrio from Grand Saqua Homes, LLC, for graciously sponsoring and underwriting the recent 4th of July fireworks. It was a marvelous show, and I received many positive compliments from community residents. With the assistance of Grand Saqua, LLC, we intend on making this an annual event, and in the coming months we will work to establish a working committee to plan and coordinate for 2019. I envision an enhanced event in a year's time with additional amenities, including food, music, and activities for children. Clearly, these types of community events are important, they are valued by our citizens, and they help ensure Saline's status as a unique and desirable place to live and invest in. Now, today, as I stated in January, Saline is on a trajectory to prosper, to continue to meet the needs of our residents, and to address difficult and challenging issues. First and foremost is odor abatement at the wastewater treatment plant. Let me be very emphatic. While this has been an issue for a number of years, the current frequency and severity of noxious odors is not acceptable, and it has a direct impact on our residents' quality of life. Accordingly, City Council and City staff have spent considerable time and energy working to resolve this matter. In fact, I'm not sure of another issue that has consumed more time or attention in the past few years. As many are aware, our odor abatement plan will require construction, installing new equipment, and will eliminate approximately 99% of odors. Our constituents should also know that we are taking steps on an interim basis to mitigate odors, specifically adding chemicals to the headworks on a daily basis. However, if residents experience offensive odors they believe are coming from our wastewater treatment plant, they are encouraged to promptly call Director Steve Wygowski at 734-944-2003. Steve is one of our newest employees, but he comes to us with a wealth of experience and is well versed on this particular issue. And he and his staff are always eager to help. In conclusion, I believe that we now have the analysis and background to properly resolve this critical matter. We have a solid plan in place, and residents should expect tangible results in the near future. Economic development and business attraction and retention will remain my primary focus. It is certainly not my only priority, but it will remain my primary focus. Because I know that a truly strong, robust, and diverse local economy benefits all of our residents. It provides jobs, supports city services, and adds amenities that increase the desirability of the Saline community. As our residents are aware, our efforts to support and incentivize economic development have resulted in a number of tangible gains in recent years. And we will continue to proactively engage with both our large and small business communities, notably through forums and luncheons that will take place later this summer and early fall. Additionally, I'm excited to announce that we have multiple parties interested in Lot 20A along Michigan Avenue, adjacent to the Zippy's Car Wash and the future Best Western Premier Hotel and standalone Ace Hardware. City Council will have a working session sometime in the near future to discuss the various proposals. The Community Recruitment and Retention Team, which is comprised of representatives from the Chamber, City, schools, and Saline Main Street, continues to work with property owners and budding entrepreneurs. This team is aware that one of the major challenges facing our business community is access to talent and the ability to retain employees. As such, and this is only mildly hyperbolic, we will be organizing what is essentially a jobs fair on steroids called Find Your Future, coined by John Olson from the Saline Chamber. This event will take place later this year and will include transportation, connecting job seekers with potential employment in our area. As further details are finalized, please look for additional information on the internet and social media. The city will also continue to work with business and property owners on our western and eastern borders to ensure their success and their vitality. And we will continue to extend a hand of support and encouragement to the owners of 147 West Michigan Ave, because development of that site will strengthen and enrich our downtown and ultimately the entire city. Another important component of economic development is growing and diversifying our housing stock. I am intensely proud of the city's efforts to reach a mutually beneficial agreement with our friends in Pittsfield Charter Township to acquire nearly 72 acres for redevelopment. Layer Farms will be a great addition to our city, offering new and attractive housing to our residents and simultaneously growing our tax base. Further, we have been pleased to work with quality developers like Three Oaks LLC, Livonia Builders, Peters Building Company, Lewis Klein Company, and Pulte Homes. In fact, Pulte Homes just received final site plan approval for Phase 3 of Huntington Woods by the Planning Commission, and Phase 3 final site plan is on City Council's agenda this evening for consideration. We are delighted that this once stalled development will soon be completed. We're also pleased that there appears to be a path forward for the Fairdean development on Monroe Street. Mr. Farrell is with us this evening to present his revised plans and has petitioned for a rezoning request that will appear on Planning Commission's agenda this Wednesday, July the 11th. We are eager to see this development finalized and will support Mr. Farrell in every reasonable way. Finally, City Council should be aware that later this summer, I will be requesting the formation of a work group to prepare revised plans for Merchants Park, adjacent to parking lot number 1. Again, this space is unattractive and underutilized. Improving it will enhance the usability of our downtown and make it more aesthetically pleasing. And I am confident that we can accomplish this with nominal cost to our taxpayers. Earlier this spring, City Council adopted their general operating budget for fiscal year 2018-2019. And as I've stated in the past, our budget is a reflection of our values and priorities. And this budget invests in areas that our citizens value most, while maintaining the millage rate of the past several years. This budget also includes additional funds for the Department of Public Works, specifically a new full-time employee, and adds a school resource officer to the ranks of the Saline Police Department. In addition to our improved bond rating and burgeoning assigned fund balance, we also had funds in our unassigned fund balance that we have allocated to a few select road projects and have earmarked approximately $300,000 to pay down our pension and health care liability, which of course is the responsible and wise thing to do. Similar to our approach in evaluating dispatch, the Saline Police Department, and Saline Parks and Recreation, I hope that City Council will approve an organization-wide review later this year. I believe this is critically important. It may yield cost savings, but more significantly, it may provide insights on how we can better serve the people we represent. By the end of this construction season, we will have completed important road projects, including Harper Drive, Colony Court, the approach to the south side of the Monroe Street Bridge, the entrance to Northview Subdivision, Woodland Drive, South Harris Street, Michigan Ave to Henry, and sections of North and South Ann Arbor Streets. No doubt, this work will have a positive impact on our community. However, we can and should be doing more. I have used each one of my State of the City addresses to talk about the lack of funds to subsidize our infrastructure needs. As such, I am pleased that City Council unanimously approved a ballot proposal that is likely to generate in excess of $400,000 annually and will allow us to improve the conditions of our local streets and roads. As we approach the November election, our citizens should expect to see additional information on this topic and know that we will hold a series of public events to discuss the impact of this proposal, assuming it were to pass. It's worth noting that we are proposing a pay-as-you-go approach, which I strongly favor. We must resist the temptation to incur additional debt to fund city operations. This approach, our approach, is both fiscally sound and prudent. To me, the choice is clear, but the decision belongs to our residents. I look forward to a robust discussion between now and the fall election. As I've articulated in the past, one of Saline's most valuable assets is our recreation complex. And as many are aware, we have invested significant funds in the facility in recent years. And I am pleased with the strong growth in membership, and I encourage my fellow citizens to check out the rec. We offer personal training, a number of league sports, and a litany of classes that can be enjoyed by people of all ages and skill levels. Also over the years, many of us have championed the Rec on the Go program, and I was delighted to hear about current participation levels, which appear to be the best ever. This is an outstanding program with the added benefit of being free. I encourage parents of school-age children to learn more by going to our Parks and Recreation website. Friends, ensuring that our public safety professionals have the resources they need to do their jobs effectively will continue to be a priority of the City of Saline. Our community is exceptionally well served by the men and women of the Saline Police and Fire Departments. And I'm excited about the emphasis our new chief, Jared Hart, has placed on recruitment and expanding volunteer opportunities within our department. He recently launched VIPS, Volunteers in Public Safety, a program that has proven beneficial in departments across our state. If you are interested in learning more, or if you wish to participate, please feel free to contact Chief Hart directly. After months of careful review and analysis, City Council adopted a revised and strengthened non-discrimination ordinance. This was a major step forward for our community and ensures that all of our residents will be treated fairly and protected under local ordinance. I appreciate all those who helped to bring this policy to fruition. Thank you. We have some exciting seasonal events coming up and some that are currently taking place, including our Downtown Farmers Market, Summer Music Series, Summerfest and Oktoberfest happening later this fall. This week, the city will host its 23rd annual Celtic Festival at Mill Pond Park. This is a regionally recognized event, and this year it becomes one of a handful of family-friendly craft beer festivals in the state of Michigan. The Celtic Festival is a marvelous event, and I hope to see you there this Friday and Saturday. Finally, to all those who make these events and activities possible, we thank you for your contributions. Your contributions are noticed and very much appreciated. On a related topic, volunteerism, however it may manifest itself, will always be encouraged in the City of Saline. We are always looking for quality applicants to serve on boards and commissions, and we know that our service clubs and community organizations are in need of support as well. Please consider getting involved. I guarantee you'll enjoy it, and it will improve the lives of countless individuals in our area. Also, if you ever have a question or concern that pertains to city government, please contact us. We are here to serve you. I encourage each of my constituents to connect with us online and on social media. Download the free C-Click Fix app to your smartphone, and don't forget to review the information that is provided quarterly via our FYI newsletter. Last, I want to acknowledge the tremendous efforts of my colleagues on City Council, Mayor Pro Tem Linda Tahar, Jack Seo, Janet Dillon, Dean Gearbaugh, Heidi McClellan, and Kristen Mitchell. I would also be remiss if I didn't acknowledge and thank our very talented and experienced team of city employees who provide world-class service to the Saline community on a daily basis. Finally, I know that if we continue to collaborate with area stakeholders, focus on a shared vision that emphasizes the importance of economic development, investing in critical public services, while remaining open and accessible to the people we represent, our best days will be ahead of us. Thank you, may God bless you, and God bless Saline.